Meeting a community's needs. The risk of fire is one of the greatest threats to health and safety, property, and the delivery of essential services in every community. Potential impacts include loss of life, personal injury, property loss, damage to the environment, and a diminished sense of overall safety. As fire risks change in the community, community governments need to consider whether they have the appropriate amount and type of infrastructure, equipment, and people to deal most effectively with those risks. The fire service contributes greatly to the overall safety and well-being in our communities.
Having an active fire service, and I'll use Inuvik as I'm Director of Protective Services for Inuvik. As an example, we do so much more than just fight fires and provide fire protection. We do so much more in that we provide assistance with search and rescue out on the land. It goes beyond firefighting per se.
An active fire service increases community fire safety awareness, protects residents, properties, and the environment from the threats of fire, strengthens partnerships, and creates caring communities.
Well, benefits are this is like insurance. I mean, like knowing that you don't have to worry much. We're not to worry too much about there's going to be a fire when you're away, or there's a system in place whereby buildings are checked once in a while, and so those are the benefits for having people on staff that are also volunteering.
Communities who establish an effective level of fire protection may also benefit from reduced insurance rates. The fire service must be organized and resourced at a level that is consistent with fire hazards and life safety risks that exist within the community.
From an insurance perspective, insurance companies, when they know that there's a fire department in your community, they're expecting that fire department is going to have the proper equipment, the proper training, and the manpower to put out any kind of fire that you would have in your community. That equipment should also match the kind of typical buildings that you'd have and the occupancy within those buildings. When you think of communities, they're probably the largest single land and or property owner in that community, and it's in their best interest to make sure that they've got a properly functioning fire department that can put out a fire that's most likely going to happen at one of their buildings. I can think of 2 fires in the last 5 years where in each case that loss probably could have been over $10 million. But because of the efforts and the training and the equipment that the fire department had, in both cases those losses were under $1 million.
Protecting our communities by providing an environment that is safe from the threats of fire is a goal that every community supports.